The StringBuffer class and the methods of StringBuffer class that are available to perform string handling. So this class, the StringBuffer, helps us to manage the strings that can be changed. So in the beginning, when we started string handling, we discussed that the strings are of two types in Java. One is immutable string, the string that cannot be changed, and the second kind of strings are mutable strings. And in case of mutable strings, you can do modifications in the string. So for the first category, that is immutable strings, we have one class, that is string, and for mutable strings we have two classes. One is one out of those two we are going to start today, that is StringBuffer. So with the StringBuffer, we are going to directly start how we can handle the strings using this class. So first important point over here is we are creating an object of StringBuffer class. So this class is available in Java lang java.util package. So you need not this class is available in java.lang package, so it is imported automatically. You need not write need not have to import any package for this explicitly. So but for the sake of organizing all the programs or keeping all the programs in one folder, I have created a package that is StringBuffer, and this you know how we can create the packages. So I'm going to directly start from the coding of string handling. For the creation of the object, as we have already discussed, first you have to write the new and then the class. So here this StringBuffer class constructor will get called through the highlighted portion of the very first statement of main method, and we are passing one string to it, string literal to it. So this right hand side expression that is highlighted will create the object, and that object will be referred by the SB reference. So then we are printing the StringBuffer object through the println method of system class. So we are using this over here, buffer sp, so it will get printed. Then there are two methods. One is length. So as the name suggests, this returns the length of the string. So the length of the string is 5 because our string is hello. For that we have created the StringBuffer object. So this sp.length will return the length of the string, and in this case the length of the string is 5. Then the next is sp.capacity. So this method capacity, basically when you create the object of the StringBuffer class, Java will automatically allocate extra space for 16 characters. So what will be the capacity of this SB? That will be the number of characters in the string plus 16. So 5 is the length of the string, and 16 extra locations will be allocated in case of StringBuffer. So the capacity of this StringBuffer object will be 21. Why the extra space is allocated? This is the important point. The thing is that as we discussed that this string buffer is a mutable, this supports the mutable strings, so you can do the additions, insertions, or you can we can say we can modify the string that is being referred by the string buffer object. That is being referred by the string buffer object. Here because when you change the length of the string, extra bytes of memory is allocated, and the allocation takes time. So to avoid that, the frequent allocation, Java automatically allocates some extra space when you create the string buffer object, and that extra space by default it is space for 16 characters. So that's why if you print the capacity of the string, you will get the result 21, and I repeat, the 21 will be due to the length of the string is 5 plus extra 16 space for 16 characters is allocated. So let's run this application or program. So see, we are getting the length is 5 and the capacity is 21. So if you create a null string over here, if you try to check the capacity, then by default the Java will allocate the 16 extra characters, space for 16 extra characters, and that's why we are getting over here 16, because the length of the string in this case is 0. Or even the string buffer class supports a non-parameterized constructor as well. So if you run this using the non-parameterized constructor, you will get length is equal to 0 and capacity will be equal to 16. So let's discuss the next method of this string buffer class. Now in this program, we have created another string buffer class object that is here, and the important point that we want to discuss through this program is the difference between the length and the capacity, and the second is how you can change the default capacity of the string buffer object, so that when you try to change it, you want to change the string buffer, the string contained in the string buffer object frequently, then you have to set the larger capacity of the string buffer object, so that you can make the modifications later on. So I have created the string buffer object with the string Chitkara University through the very first line, and then if you set the capacity to, let's say, 100, by default the capacity, as we discussed, that it will be the string plus 16 extra characters, that will be the capacity of that. So if I remove this line and later on if we use it here, so first it will print the string Chitkara University and then its length. I think the length of this string is 19, and if you print the capacity of that, so 19 plus 16 extra space that will be allocated by Java implicitly, that will add up to 35. So the capacity of the string will be 35. So the important point here is, if you want to change the capacity of the string buffer object, then you can do that by calling the ensure capacity method. So to this ensure capacity method, you pass the length of the string or the capacity of the string, a number. You will pass the number, and that number indicates that you want to set the capacity of the string buffer class to that number of characters. So I have set it to 200. So After this, the capacity will change to 200, and then again I am printing the same object attributes. First, the string contained in the object. So again you will get the Chitkara University. Length will remain the same, 19, with the number of characters that the string buffer class is holding. And the capacity, the maximum space that is there in the string buffer object, that will be 200, because we have set over here ensure capacity to 200. So if you run it, see what we are getting. We are getting the result first, Chitkara University, then the length of the string is 19, and the capacity was originally 35. Then we changed the capacity through the ensure capacity method to 200, right? So that's why it's displaying over here 200. So this is about the capacity and the length. So length, I think you got the point. If you want to differentiate between capacity and the length is the number of characters in the string buffer object, and capacity is the maximum space that is available, or maximum memory that is available with the string buffer object to store the strings. So this is the second problem. Then the third is, let me open the string buffer class third program. This is the package. So in this, we have done something extra with the ensure capacity, that the program is almost the same. The first important point is, if you try to decrease the capacity of the string buffer, then the Java will not allow you to do that, right? I repeat, when you will create the object of the string buffer class with the string Chitkara University, the length of the string will be 19, as we discussed in the previous program, and the capacity of the string buffer will be 19 plus 16, 35, right? If you try to set the capacity lower than the existing capacity of the string buffer class, Chitkara, this string buffer class will not allow you to do that. So here you can't reduce the capacity. You can increase it, but you can't reduce it. So that's the point that due to which I have written the same program over here. So if you print after executing this statement, if you try to print the capacity will remain the same, that is 35. Let us run it to verify this program. So if I show you, see here, after executing the ensure capacity, if you print the string and its length, then capacity, still you are getting 19 and 35. This proves that you can't reduce the capacity of the string buffer class, but you can increase it. Then after, we are using another function, set length. This will change the length of the string. So the capacity of the string is 35, as we already discussed. Length of the string is 19, that is the number of characters in it. If you set the length to 25, what the Java will do, it will add some space at the end of the string. So 6 spaces will be added. The original length of the string is 19. So 6 more will be added, then the length will change to 25. So this is the meaning of set length. So if you increase the length of the string, then the extra spaces will be added at the end of the string. And if you reduce the string length, then the number of characters will be truncated or removed. This I am going to show you in this program. So what I have done after that, I have changed the capacity to 200 and the length to 25. So if you will print string, still you will get Chitkara University because you will not be able to see the space that will be there at the end. But if you print the length, you will get 25 and the capacity will be 200. So that's why it is showing the result over here. Chitkara University length is 25 and the capacity is 200. After that, I'm changing the set length to 15. So as we just discussed that if you set the length to a lower value, then the length of the string, characters will be removed from the string. So we have set it to 15. So if you count the 15 characters, so you will get the string up to this because the total length is 19 of the string Chitkara University. If you set the length to 15, you will get first 15 character, rest of the character will be truncated. So if I now print the SB, you will get this string. City is not there, SITY, right? Universe, so you will get Chitkara Universe, length is 15 and the capacity will remain the same, that is 200. So to check that whether the Java has added space at the end of the string or not, if you increase the length of the string, you can print some character over here with SB. If I add some symbol over here, then you will be able to clearly notice that some space is added. So I want to print, after printing SB, I want to print the slash. So if you print the slash, you will notice that the slash get printed over here. So there is some space at the end of this. So this proves this point that if you set the length to a higher value, then some spaces are added at the end of the string. And if you set the length to a lower value, then some characters are removed from the end of the string. So this is all about the set length command. So set length can be set to the lower value. The length of the string can be set to a lower value. It can be reduced, it can be increased. But the ensure capacity, you can increase the capacity of the string buffer object, but you can't reduce it. Then the next problem on string buffer is the problem number 4. And in this, we are going to discuss another method, that is get characters. This method we discussed in the string class also. So if you want to copy some part of the string to a character into a character array, then you can use this get character method. So I have explained it with the help of a program over here. So that I'm going to explain to you. So first we created a string buffer object over here. Then we printed it. So you will get the hello. After that we are using one method character at. So this method character at will return the specific character. You pass it the index number. So the index number is 1 and at index 1 we have alphabet E because the string is the string buffer object is containing the string hello. So the character at first place is E, so you will get E with this character at. So if you print character at to the second, the character at position second will get printed, so you will get at hello. And if you want to change the character at a particular location, then you can use another method, set character at. So the set character at will change the first character at first place to I. The character at first place is E, so you are changing it or replacing it with I, so this will become HILLO. This will change to that. And if I remove this line for the time being, then what you will get is in SB you will be having string hello, HILLO, and the next it's printing the character at first place, that is now I because you have changed it. So here is the result that we are getting. E, first the string is hello, then we change the character at the first place, and we replaced it with I, then we are printing it. So this program proves that the string buffer objects, the string contained in the string buffer object can be changed. It is modifiable. So look at this program. We are actual string was hello, but through some method that are available in the string buffer class, we are changing its contents. We are changing the character at highest place through this. Is there any doubt? So you can, I have unmuted you all. If you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubts. Unmute yourself and ask the doubt if there is any.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Hello.
So no doubt.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, is there any range till which we can increase the capacity, like string buffer dot capacity?
That is limited by the memory of your system, right?
Okay, sir.
And
Okay,
if
thank you.
you try to give it a larger number, it allows that. Okay, that is limited by the capacity of your memory. If your system is able to handle a large string, then it allows for that.
Thank you, sir.
Any other doubt? So, okay. So I'm going to start with the next slide. If you don't have any doubt. So in this, we are going to discuss the next method, and the next method is get characters. So through this method, we can copy a part of the string into a character array. So this method has four parameters. One is start source, end source, a character type array, target, and target start. So what is the meaning of these four parameters that I am going to explain with the help of this example. So in this example, we have created a string. So in this example, we have created a string buffer class object, and that object will have this string Chitkara University, Punjab, India, and I want to copy the part of this string, let's say university. I want to copy the university part of this string into a character type array. So I have to mention four parameters for this. First is the starting position, from where you want to start copying the string. So if I want to copy university, then the source start will be 9, because the index of this is 9. Position of u is 9 if you count the position from 0. So C is at 0, and the C of Chitkara is at 0 position. If you start counting, then this U will have index 9. And the end is 19, and we have to mention over here the last character plus 1. So this get character basically copies a substring from start index to start index through end index minus 1. So you have to mention the end with one extra index number. So the end index will be 19, because this is the position number 19, comma is at position number 19, and this get characters copies the string from start to end minus 1. So this is the meaning of start and end. Then where you want to copy this Chitkara University string, that you have to mention the third parameter, and we want to copy it into the character type array T. So that will be the third parameter. And the last parameter is at which place of the target character type array you want to copy this starting university string. So that I have mentioned over here 0. So I want to start copying this substring from 0 location onward in the character type array. So I have mentioned start over here, then end. After that, I want to copy the substring of SB into character type array T, and in T we want to copy the string from 0 position onward. So this is 0. So before that, I have allocated memory for the character type array. Right, I have mentioned over here the end minus start. So the number of characters that you want to store. For that much number of characters, you have to allocate the memory using the new keyword. And after that, we are printing T to check it whether it has successfully copied the string or not. So see here, we are getting the result university, because this get character has copied that. So if I change start to 0, and here this place is place number 8, this space. So if I change this M to 8, then this will get copied. This Chitkara will get copied into the character type array T. Let's check it whether you are getting the result or not. So see, I am getting the result Chitkara, because now I have mentioned the start is 0 and end is 8. So this get characters will return you all the character from start through end -1, and that will be get copied into the character type array T, and later on the last statement of this program will print the character type array T's content, and you will get the result Chitkara on your monitor screen as I have shown you over here. The next problem is string buffer number 16. So here in this we are using the append function, and as we discussed earlier that this string buffer class supports string modification because it allows us to modify the strings. So we are going to add something in the string at the end. For that you can use the append function. So append always allows you to add a string at the end of the existing string. So this method is basically overloaded in the string buffer class. So there are many versions of the append method. One is that receives the string and add it to the end of the calling string object. So here is the problem for this. So what we are doing is first we are creating a string buffer object with the size 40. So let's check it. What does this 40 mean? I'm going to show you some results for this. So this is my print ln method. I'm printing SB first because nothing you have assigned to it. So you will get the null string. And then I want to print two more results. One is the length, and the next is capacity. So this I'm going to display. So if you run it and let's see what it is showing us. So see here is we have called the constructor over here with 40. So see on this screen this
Hello, sir. Sir, not audible. Sir, unable to hear.
this string with some word welcome, let's say, and later on if I add hello to it, append hello to it, so that means now you are going to get the result welcome hello. Let's check this. So we are getting, see, welcome hello, because earlier we copied the string hello into the string buffer object at the time of creating the object, and then we added the string hello at the end of the existing string. So this will give you the welcome hello, and even you can call it multiple times, because here this will give you sb.append returns the string buffer class object. So it is evaluated from left to right. So you can call this append again if you want to add something extra. Welcome hello Chitkara. I am going to write word over here, Chitkara. So like this can be called also, because this will give you again the string buffer object, and we are calling with the new string buffer object the append method again. So this is the meaning of this, and if I run it, now you are going to get this string welcome hello Chitkara, right? So this is the purpose of append. So I would like to remind you again, because this string buffer is a mutable class. It supports modification of the strings, and we are modifying the strings here, right? The actual object is getting modified. Earlier we were having welcome in the string object sb, then we added hello to it. The contents of the sb changed from welcome to welcome hello. Then again we added Chitkara at the end of that, then it changed to welcome hello Chitkara. So that's why it's called mutable, because it allows us modifications. The next is the string buffer program number 7. So in this we have another method, that is insert. Let me discuss rest of the methods of this append also. I forgot to discuss the rest of the two with you. So only the first we discussed, you can add string, even you can add a number at the end of the string also. So when you will add a number or pass a number to the append method, that number will get converted into string, and then that will be added at the end of the SB. So this 45 will get converted into first the string version, and the equivalent of 45 in string is this. I'm going to write it on that. So this number 45 will get converted into string 45, and then that will be added at the end of SB, and you will get the result. See here, we are getting 45. Right, so this is the meaning. You can call append with the number also, or you can call append with the some object as well. So I'm going to show you the last example also of this. I'm going to call the last method of last version of append. So for that I need to create a class. So I'm going to create a class over here, and the class name is, let's say, distance, and the distance is in, let's say, feet and inches, right? And there is a constructor in this class, and this constructor, when it gets called, it initializes feet with value 6 and inches with value 2, 6 feet 2 inches. And there is one method that I'm going to implement is string to string, and this will return this thing. It will return f. Then we are adding over here double slash or single slash, sorry, a symbol to represent the feet, and after that I want to print I, and then I want to print double slash. So how you will get the result, I'm going to show you that. So this toString gets called so I'm going to add, see here, we are going to create the object and add that. Now I'm going to add to SB append. I'm going to add an object at the end of the string, and the object I'm going to create over new class name is distance, and so this is the statement. So what it will do, this will create the object of the distance class. As we discussed already that every class in Java is a subclass of object. Automatically every class gets inherited from the object class of Java. So this basically we can say the distance is implicitly the subclass of the object class. So we are passing the object, and in this case we are calling this version of append where we need to pass the object. This is a superclass reference, and as we discussed in the previous classes that a superclass reference can refer to a subclass object. So we are passing the subclass object from here that will get passed to the parameter of the append class, that is of type object, and this object will get converted into string first, as we discussed with the numeric example earlier. So when the object will be created, this object will get converted into string, and then that string will be added at the end of the SB. So let's say in SB we have just hello, right? I'm going to remove all these lines for clarity. So only one string is there, SB in SB, and we are going to add the new object at the end of this. So first the new object will be created, and when the new object will be created, this constructor will get called, and the value of f and I will get initialized to 6 and 2 respectively. After creating the object, the Java will try to convert the newly created object into string. So whenever the Java tries to convert an object into strings, it checks whether there is a toString method in that class or not. So I have implemented toString method in this class. So the object over here will automatically call this toString method, and you will get 6 feet 2 inches result in the form of a string that will get added at the end of SB. In SB we have welcome. So when that string will get added at the end, you will get the result like this. Okay, we haven't printed it after that, so I need to print it again, then only you will get the result. So let me check this again. See here we are getting the result to 6 feet 2 inches. So I repeat, the object will be created over here, And when the object will be created, constructor will get called. This we have already discussed. And after that, Java will try to convert that object, newly created object, into string. For that, it will call toString method implicitly. And when this toString method will get called, it will give you this string, and that we are adding at the end of SB. In SB, we were having welcome. So 6 feet 2 inches will get added at the end of the SB. And if you print it after that, you will get this result on the screen. So this is how it is working. So I'm going to stop again for some time to take your doubts, right? So if there is any doubt, you can ask. Unmute yourself and ask the doubts, please. So nobody is asking any doubt. So that means I should continue with the next program. I don't know whether you are there or not. So I request you personally that please attend the classes. I know you know Java very well, but this is a part of your curriculum. And this time in ST, I am going to ask tougher questions. So be there. Not much. So the next is the next method is reverse method. So this method reverses the contents of the string buffer class object. So for that we are creating the object over here, and then we are calling the reverse method. So earlier the string object S will be having this string A, B, C, D, E, F. If you call the reverse method with the S object, the contents will get reversed, and if you print it again, you will get F, E, D, C, B, A. So let's see the result. It's very easy. So this is what we are getting. So this is the result of that, and this is the next method. The method is string insert method. So in insert method, uh, what we are doing is we want to add something in between. For example, over here we created the object of StringBuffer class, and in this we have one string I Java. This is the contents of StringBuffer class object. Then after we used as insert function to add like at second place. So this is the 0 index number and this is 1. Space is at location 1 and j is at space. So at place 2 we want to add like space, like, and after that there is a space. So what will happen if you insert a string in between? The rest of the part will get shifted right. So this Java will get shifted to the right, and this like space will be added at this place. And the contents of SB will change from I Java sign of exclamation to I like Java. Right. So let's check it. So this is now added string like, and space is added in between the given string I Java. So this is the purpose of this. So you can even insert a character or a string. So first we are adding a string. If you want to add a character, you can call it with a character also. So I'm going to copy it again. Over here I'm going to call. So if I count the position, I want to replace the sign of exclamation symbol with the dot. So in that case, what will be the place of the sign of exclamation? Let's count. 4 characters in the word Java, 4 in the word like, 1 is I, so total 9 characters plus 2 spaces are there, 11. So that means this sign of exclamation is at 11th place. So I want to change the symbol that is at 11th place, or the character that is at 11th place with dot. Right, so it will insert a dot at this place, and this sign of exclamation will get shifted to the right. So we are not replacing it, basically we are inserting dot at that location, whatever is there at that location, and after that will get shifted to the right. So let's check it. I haven't printed it, so that is a mistake. So I have to call this statement again to print the modified result. So look at this. Now we have added dot, and this sign of exclamation is shifted to the right. And the next is you can add the object also at particular place. So I'm going to copy the program or the class that we used in the previous program, distance. I'm going to use it in my next program over here. So I'm going to copy paste that class. I have pasted it over here. So now I want to insert the object, the string equivalent of the object at particular place. So I want to now insert the object at very first place in the string buffer object. So what I will do is I will call this insert function with 2 parameters. First parameter is 0. My second parameter is object. So second parameter should be object. So I'm going to create the object over here, distance. The object will be created, and as we discussed earlier, the first object will be created by this statement, the highlighted part of the statement. And when after the creation of the object, that object will get converted into string. So when it will get converted into string, as we discussed earlier, the toString method will get called, and the result of toString method, that string will get added at place 0. So that means you will get in the beginning 6 feet and 2 inches, and then after you will get this message, I like Java dot and sign of exclamation. And let's run it to check the result. See here, now we are getting 6 feet 2 inches in the beginning of this string. So this is the program number 7. Now this is the last program on the StringBuffer class. Many more methods are there that you can explore yourself, but the most common method I have discussed with you, and if you want, you can explore this class more to learn more about the methods that are available in this class. So now if you want to delete a particular character, then you can use delete, or even you can delete a substring of the string. For example, in this case, if I want to remove is, let's see, then I can call the very first method with 2 parameters, start index and end index. So what this delete will do, it will remove the substring starting from start index through end index minus 1. So through end index minus 1, this is the important point. So the starting place of position of is 4. So this is the 4th character. If you count from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So space will also get deleted. So space and then 7. So this is 4th place, this I is 5th, this is 6th. So as we discussed, it will delete from 4th place to all the character from 4th place through 7th minus 1 means up to 6th place. So 3 character will get deleted with this statement. So after that, if you print SB, you will get this A test is will get deleted. And then after what we are doing, we are deleting the character at 0 place. This is another method. If you want to delete a character, particular character, then you can pass the position of that character to delete character at method. So this will delete the 0th character. So this T will also get deleted. And after that, if you print SB, you will get his A test. So let's check the result. So after delete, we are getting this A test because space is deleted. So that's why we are getting this result. And after this statement, the first character will be deleted. So if you remove the first character over here, what will be left with, what the SB object will be left with is his A test. So you are getting his A test in the next line. So this is all about the string buffer class. The next string builder class, that is also a mutable class. It is similar to the string buffer class. So I'm not going to discuss that with you. You can explore that class yourself because most of the functions are same. That class is also mutable, and the difference is that in case of the string buffer, it has some synchronized method which are used in threading, and the string builder class not support synchronization. That class not have any synchronized method. This is the only difference between these two classes. So wherever, if you want to use in case of threading, if you want to handle the strings, it's better to use the string buffer class because it supports threading, it supports synchronized methods. But the string builder class don't support the synchronized method. So if you use that class in case of threading, you will get some results, unpredictable results. So that is the difference. So if we discuss about the threading, then we can discuss the string builder class in detail. So if there is any doubt, you can ask your doubts in the chat box, or not in the chat box, because I'm not going to answer the doubts that are written in the chat box. You have to unmute yourself to ask the doubts, right? So you can unmute yourself now, ask the doubts if there is any.
Hello.
Keep in mind, I am not going to read the chat box. You have to
Sir.
unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, in the string buffer 7 program,
Okay,
what if
right.
we want to remove that exclamation mark also? Matlab, how to remove that exclamation mark? Like we have inserted the dot, but how to remove that
Okay.
exclamation mark?
Okay. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to
Okay, sir.
remove it. So if you want to remove the sign, exclamation sign, it is there, right? I'm going to run it again for you. Okay. So this is the output, and you want to remove this exclamation sign at the end of this, right? So for that, I'm going to delete all these statements first to keep the program simple. So if I run it again, you will get this message, I like Java, right? And let me undelete that. And after that, this I want to delete, only this line. Let me make it command. Okay, now. So this is your output. Now if you count the position of this character, how many characters are there? See, one I is there, then 4 characters of like 5, and 6 after that. So 5 plus 6, 11 characters, plus 2 spaces are there, 13. So that means this sign of exclamation is at 13th place. So I'm going to now remove it. So one situation is that if you are inserting the dot, and at that time you don't insert the dot, replace the sign of exclamation sign with dot, right? This is the one solution. And another solution we just discussed, that is delete character add. So you can call this method sb dot delete character add. This you can use, and here you can type the location number 13. This will get deleted, and after that I want to print it here. So let's run it. Oh, what happened? Okay, I think we haven't counted it properly. See here, our counting was not proper. Now if I delete past the location 12, the sign of exclamations will get deleted, and after you print this sv, now we're getting I like Java. This is one solution. You delete the character, the sign of exclamation sign that is there at the end. The second method is, instead of inserting dot over here at 11th place, you replace the existing character, right? For that you can use replace. We already discussed replace. If you want to replace a character with particular character, you have to pass the position and the new character that you want to keep over there. So I'm going to show you that also. If I write over here sb dot replace, right, this one, this you can call reverse start and then the string with which you want to replace. So this you can call, and if you call over here, the dot is at place number sign of exclamation is at place number 11. So you can pass over here 11 and is 12, right? Because this replace basically the end index is end minus 1. So it replaces whatever is there from starting to end minus 1 with a new string. The new string is your dot. So you can use dot over here. So that means now we are replacing sign of exclamation sign with dot. So remove this line, right, and use replace over here. This is another solution. And if I make this comment line, then let me check that. Let's check it. See here, we are getting the same result. So either you can insert, instead of using insert, you can call the replace, or at later stage, if you want to replace, delete that sign of exclamation sign. We discussed that also. So this is the way. If there is any doubt, you can again unmute yourself and ask.
Sir, this SB dot insert to means character or index? It's index or character?
Where SB dot insert.
Insert. We are
SB,
using to for
this is the index number where you want to insert.
okay.
Right, and this is two methods are available in case of insert. One is you can insert a character, right, here this
Yes,
position,
sir.
this is the character, and the second is you can insert the string. So three,
Okay,
in
sir.
total we have three string methods.
Okay.
Sorry,
And sir,
insert methods.
-1 index will work in Java or not? Like if I
Minus,
want to -1, like we were inserting dot, like for example, I want to add exclamation again. So -1 index will
okay.
work, like we had counted now, like 13 or 12, like this I'm asking. So
-1
-1,
means from the end.
yes sir, for like in Python we have -1 for inserting in end, at end position.
-1 at end position. Okay.
Yes
So
sir.
if you give this -1, see, I'm going to uncomment the line, right?
Okay
I'm
sir.
going to uncomment it, and if I mention over here c -1 and add dot, you check it what it is doing. See, it's displaying this error message, index out of bounds exception. So we discussed earlier that whenever you use array, its index should be from 0 to length -1. If the index is not between that, that means there is an exception and it will flag that exception message. So
Okay sir.
basically
Okay.
this because internally the Java is storing that as a array of characters, right? The first index will be at location number 0. So if you use -1, that it will not support. Okay.
Thank you sir.
So yes. Is there any doubt still?
No sir.
No. Okay. So this is the case. I have shown you this practically that this will not work. -1 will not work. So if there are more doubts, then you can unmute yourself. Nobody is asking any doubt except Vishali asked some doubts, and one of you other asked. The rest of you are just the They are mum, they are not speaking anything. If you are there, you should show your presence. I know some of you are not there, just logged in and left it. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm going to give you a problem right now. We are not going to start the next topic. And you are supposed to implement that problem right now, because still we have 27 minutes with us. And I'm going to write the statement over here in the Eclipse itself. So note down the statements and then. So the first is you are supposed to replace every occurrence. Let me write it in the comment form, otherwise it will create some problem. So replace, the statement is replace every occurrence of a word in a sentence with another word. For example, if I write a sentence, let's say this is a table, this table has 4 legs, right? The table is in the corner. This is my input. Let's say if I want to replace table with chair, so what it should do, this should replace every occurrence of the word table with chair. So the sentence should become, this is a chair, this chair has 4 legs, the chair is in the corner. Okay, this we are supposed to implement using the string buffer class right now. Okay, so you keep on you have laptops with you, and write the code for it, and after writing the code, mail it to me in the class itself, right? You have around 20 minutes for that. It's 5 minutes past 2 right now, and you're supposed to complete it in 20 minutes. So you will submit it before 2:25 or 25 minutes past 2. Yes. Those who will send me the code for this, whether it is right or wrong, will be given the attendance. Rest of
Sir, we
the
have to
students will be. Yes,
sir,
yes.
we have to replace the word table with a chair. Only that.
They will. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I have shared the score, yesterday's score with you. You can see it on my screen, right? I think you are able to see my screen right now. So these are the scores scored by you. Priyanka was 9, Vishali 16, Tania 13, Nunde 10. Puneet, you missed it this time. You are first marks. Priya Then Huma 14. Huma, yesterday you haven't switched on your webcam. I don't know why. This was also uh, was not able to easily you what you are doing, whether you have done this yourself or copied it from somewhere. I don't know about that. So Rishi was offline. Huma was also offline most of the time. Neha 9, Shabnam 13 marks, Rishabh 10, Deepak 9. Deepak, you were also offline most of the time. Muskan, your webcam was just showing your head, only your hair, sir. I was not able to see you completely. And Shanu got 11 marks. I hope you have noted your score. So Vishali, you were saying yesterday that one of the questions have a wrong answer. What is that? Shall I show you the quiz
Sir, no,
again?
it was correct. No, it was correct, sir. I have
It was
checked
correct.
later on.
Because I looked it very carefully. Then only I set the paper. Right. So all the questions were, I think, correct. It was very carefully written and set also. So any quiz question that you want to discuss, and because I have unmuted you all, some of you are even messaging me that we are not able to unmute. See, if Vishali is able to unmute herself, you all can also unmute yourself. This is not the software problem. Some of you are saying that there is a problem in the software. There is no such issue with the software because this is a paid software that the Chitara has bought by paying some money. So it's perfectly fine. There is no issue in it. And right in the beginning, I unmute when I start the class. I unmute you all. So at any time you can unmute yourself. That is not the issue. If any quiz question you want to you want me to discuss with you, we can. I think it was very easy, except some of the questions like this one that is there on your screen. I shifted the value of it 31 bits to the right. Okay. Deepak, is there any question that you want me to discuss? Hello, Deepak, are you there? No. Okay then, as time is over. I hope some of you have mailed me the program that I have checked on my email. Priyanka has already mailed the program. Miskan, Vishali, Kanapriya. 4 of you have already mailed me the program. Okay, then rest of you, I don't know whether they are writing the code or they are just
Sir, we
logged
have
into their.
messaged Sir, we have messaged it on chat box.
What's your name?
Puneet.
Puneet. Oh, right. Okay. Puneet, it's better if you unmute yourself, and because I have to check the chat, right? Because in the class, we can discuss over here to make it more interactive. Okay, no
Sure.
problem. Puneet, have you mailed me the code?
Sir, I'm mailing you right now.
No. So, okay, then I'm going to end the session if there is no doubt. If there is any right now, because we have 6 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to end the session.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
On.
Sir Muskan this side.
Okay. Yes. Speak.
Sir, can you please open the Google form of the quiz? I want to.
You want to see your
Quiz,
score?
quiz, sir.
Any
No, sir.
quiz? Okay.
I want to ask one question.
This question you want to ask? I'm going to show it right from the beginning.
Sir, this
This
one.
was the first question. This one.
No, sir. No, sir. Sir, please scroll down.
This is the second question. Third one. Fourth. Fifth, seventh. Next.
Sir, this one. Can you please tell me the answer of this question? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Sir, can you please tell me the answer of this question? 1, 2, 3,
This
4,
one.
5. Sir, above this one. The above one.
Okay. Okay. This one.
Continue 1 month. Yes, sir. In which the for loop is there.
Answer of this will be this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
This is the correct answer because this if is running after this print statement, right?
Okay.
So it will print the value of s, and then it will check whether it is even or odd, right? So this
Okay.
code if will have no effect on the program. Because if you remove this if, it will go to the go for the next iteration. If there is a if, because in that case also it should go to the next iteration, not affect the output of the program.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay, then
Thank
I'm
you,
going
sir.
to end.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, can you send the answer of this questions?
Answer of this question.
Yes, sir. All of the questions answer.
Answer of all the questions.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
it's there. See, I'm going to show you one by one. Going to show you one by one. This is the first question. The right answer is this -1, right? You will see the tick on the option. That is the right answer. So -1 is the right answer for this question. Then for the second question, this short is the right answer. This array has two different lengths. Rows are different lengths. For this question, 73. And for this question, all the options are correct. Multiple commands selected. This is the right answer. For this statement is an example of dynamic initialization. So this is the right answer. Variable that is shared by every instance that is called class variable. This is the right answer. To refer with particular objects or public methods. This is the right answer. And for this, we have first right answer. short circuited or the class variable is copy the value in the element. A named constant that is not initialized when it is declared is known as final blank. This is the right answer. For this question, 1 is the right answer. For this question, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the right answer. For this question, 11 and 10 is the right answer. Question is this, I'm going to show you again this one. And for this question, the right answer is 3. And for this question, the right answer is compilation error. For this question, the right answer is compilation error. For this question, the right answer is -1. This is all. Right? I think if there is any doubt, you can ask in the day after tomorrow's class, because today's time is over. Okay, then I'm going to end the session now. Goodbye to you all. Stay inside, stay healthy.